What if everything you thought made you rich was actually holding you back from true happiness? A father thought he had the perfect lesson to teach his son about gratitude until the trip took an unexpected turn. What the boy discovers there leaves the father speechless and questioning everything. As the boy's innocent observations turn the lesson upside down, you'll find yourself wondering, are we really as wealthy as we think? Stay until the end to find out a powerful lesson about life, happiness, and family. A wealthy father, known for his success and lavish lifestyle, had it all. A grand house, a thriving business, and everything one could want, except for one thing: connection with his son. His son, surrounded by every luxury imaginable, seemed withdrawn and distant. He no longer found joy in the material things that once excited him. The father, concerned, decided to take matters into his own hands. One day, he approached his son with an idea. "Let's go on a trip," the father said. "I want to show you something different, something that will help you understand just how fortunate we are." Curious but unsure, the son agreed. The next weekend, they packed light and left for a small, remote island far from their world of luxury. The father's plan was simple: take his son to an island where people lived with almost nothing, so his son could see how lucky they were to have everything. He imagined his son would pity the villagers, feel uncomfortable without the conveniences of home, and come to appreciate the comforts of their wealthy life. The father believed this experience would shift his son's perspective on their wealth. They arrived at the island, welcomed by a modest family who lived in a small wooden house by the sea. The father observed as his son looked around, unsure of what to make of this simple life. The house had no electricity, no running water, and no internet. Everything they needed, they got from the land or the sea. At first, the son seemed detached, missing his phone, his games, and the world he knew. But soon, something started to change. The children of the island family invited him to join them. Fishing in the sea, running barefoot through the fields, helping to gather food from the garden. Slowly, the son's hesitation melted away. The father watched from a distance, waiting for his son to grow tired of this primitive life. But instead, the son seemed to be enjoying it. Laughing as he fished, running with the children, helping prepare meals over a simple fire. At night, they sat around the fire, listening to the father of the island family tell stories, while the stars lit the sky. On their last night on the island, the father finally asked his son, "So, what do you think? Do you see how lucky we are to have everything we do?" The son paused, looking at the fire, and then at his father. "Dad," he said slowly, "I think I've learned something, but not what you wanted me to." The father raised his eyebrows, confused. "What do you mean?" His son's eyes were filled with a new understanding. "We have everything. Money, things, a big house. But they have something we don't. They have time. They have each other. They're happy just being together. They don't need everything we have to feel rich." The father was silent, his heart heavy with the realization. His son wasn't impressed by their wealth. He was touched by the simplicity and joy of the island family's life. It was a life rich in connection, something their own home had been missing. Back at their grand house, the father felt an emptiness he hadn't noticed before. The rooms felt large and quiet, and the things that once symbolized success now felt hollow. The father thought about the island family, how they laughed together, how they cherished every moment without distractions. Slowly, the father began to make changes. They started eating dinner together without the television or phones. Taking time to talk, to listen, they spent weekends together, disconnected from their gadgets. Going on small adventures, even if just to the park. The father realized that true wealth wasn't in the things they had, but in the time and love they shared. The father's heart changed. He had set out to teach his son a lesson about wealth. But in the end, it was he who learned the most valuable lesson. The most important things in life aren't the ones money can buy. They are the connections we build, the love we nurture, and the simple moments we cherish. In their pursuit of wealth, they had forgotten what truly mattered. And now, as they sat together in front of their own fireplace, talking and laughing, the father knew. They had found the richness that had been missing all along.